Howdy, welcome back to SlydeBytes. Just a fun little playing intro there. This isn't going to be a great big huge video or anything like that, but it's more of just something I wanted to talk about real quick. First off, for anyone who's not familiar with this channel, welcome to SlydeBytes. This is a budget guitar and gear review channel. And all the equipment you see on this channel, as of right now, which is about the end of 2024, is all my own equipment. Nothing's provided to me by any companies or anything like that. I just buy, and collect guitar gear. I live, eat, and breathe it. So I guess the first thing I really want to say here is Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to to everyone who watches and comes back every week, and all my new viewers and all of you guys. Thank you for being here. Next couple weeks I will not be uploading because I'm going to be very busy with all the holiday stuff going on. I'm just going to be really busy. I've already been kind of popping videos as much as I can whenever I have time to actually make a video right now, and it's been very difficult to try to keep up with the upload schedule at this time just because, again, busy. So for the next week or two, probably won't be much uploaded, but starting back into the new year, we're going to come back fresh, and yeah, we'll upload. The upload schedule may not be every week, but it will be, yeah. I've just been very busy. Second point, and the main point of this video, I want to talk about, since this is the time of year, this is my first guitar. I've had this guitar for half my life, 16 years. Name is Jane. I do name my guitar. It's named after the Brave Benjamin song Diary of Jane. I've had this guitar for 16 years. This is a Squier SD Strat from a Stop Dreaming, Start Playing pack. Traditional wiring, 3 single coil pickups, 5-way switch, 21 frets, rosewood fretboard, maple neck. Who only knows what the body's made out of at this point? I can't remember. Probably agathis or poplar or something like that. So yeah, the guitar was a very inexpensive guitar, but I know even at that time it was kind of hard for my parents to afford the whole pack. But honestly, I'm still using the guitar stand. The amp lot died from it. I lost the tuner, but I still have the gig bag, the stand. The cable broke eventually, but I have a bunch of the picks still left over. The stand, the guitar, the strap is somewhere in here. I've still got a lot of that kit left. And it brought up something in my mind as I've been looking around at all the holiday sales going on, and I realized there is a lot of stuff out there that can be very overwhelming for a parent, for a grandparent, or just for the first time purchaser. I just want to make a point here real quick. When you are going guitar shopping for your first guitar, or whenever you're taking someone to get their first guitar, or whatever you're doing, whether you are the buyer or you're buying for someone else, start them off right. I really do strongly believe that most starter guitars people are not going to hold on to for this long. They're just not, or the guitar is not going to make it that long. The fact that this thing, has held on for this long, I love this guitar. It's been my friend for a long time, and it's very unusual for a first guitar to last like that unless you start them off decent. And that doesn't mean you have to go out and get the most expensive guitar. I'm not telling you not to buy off-brands. This is a Squier, so it's related to all this up here, all of the Fender stuff. I've long been a Fender guy, but this was what I wanted. I wanted a Squier Strat because that's what was the most similar to a Fender Stratocaster from the same family. And so I wanted this badly, and my parents managed to make it work for me. And I know that was kind of hard for them at the time, and I do really deeply appreciate it. It's obviously something that's played deeply into my life going on. But as far as going out and getting your first guitar, when you're looking, get the guitar that resonates with you. Don't cheap out. Don't go out and buy the absolute lowest price thing, unless that's generally all you can afford, in which case, by all means, jump right into guitar as fast as you can, and as early as you can, because it really does pay off if you really love it. But a decently made guitar will pay off way more in the end, because like I said, this thing has the only replacement part on this is the trim arm. After 16 years, It probably needs a good clean on the inside and everything, but honestly, it's doing pretty well for the age and for how low priced this guitar was. There are other options out there. There's Gile Ibanez, there's Jackson JS series, there are Squiers, there are Epiphones, there are Yamahas, and all kinds of great brands out there. LTD is a little bit more, but not too bad. Schecter has the C6 series, which is really affordable. There's a lot of really affordable guitars out there, but even if you're under the $200 price range, you still have brands like Squier, or 200 or less, I should say. If you're in the $200 or less price range, you still have Squier, you still have Jackson, you still have Gile Ibanez, and I'm sure there's probably Yamaha options and everything else out there, especially electric guitar. And this is kind of true for acoustic guitar as well. So yeah, there's definitely options out there beyond just the off-the-wall, no-name brands that you'll find all over the internet, or the random guitar pack you might see at the big stores or something like that don't have a real name behind them. I would strongly recommend not going with stuff that you don't recognize name brand on. Now some of those brands on like Amazon are really good. You got brands like James on there that are pretty well received. West Creek is pretty well received at this point, and that's fine. If you see something on there that reminds you of what you want and you feel like you can resonate with it, fine. I have no problem with that. I'm not telling you not to buy those, but make sure whatever you get is something that's going to stand the test of time and actually, when you look at that instrument, inspire you to pick up the guitar and play. And if you're buying this for someone else, do your research, do your recon, see what kind of guitar resonates with your intended buyer, with your loved one you're purchasing this for, because that matters. When I saw Strats everywhere, and I identified it with Rock Band because I played a ton of it, and I just love Strats, and my parents wanted to get me a Strat, and yeah, because that's what I wanted. I wanted a Strat, and so they made that work for me. So if you are someone that resonates with a Les Paul and someone gets you a Strat, you may not resonate with it as much. It might be just fine, but maybe look at some of the, like, I have a Leo James single cut standard right next to me, and it's a great instrument, and I just used it in a video last week. It's fantastic, and it was under $200, and it would be a lot more close to what you're looking for. Anyway, that's just something I just wanted to point out. Get started off right. Get a decent instrument. Don't go as cheap as possible unless that's all you can afford. And make sure you get something that actually is going to inspire you to pick up the instrument and play. It's very important to really be inspired and remain inspired, because guitar is not the easiest thing to jump right into. It takes some time to learn this. I've been playing for 16 years and I'm still not even that great. But it's one of those things that you just learn over time, and it's not a competition, it's not a race, it's not about pulling the instrument out of the box and immediately being perfect at it. What it's about is your personal enjoyment, your love of music, and all your passion, and putting your emotions into music, or playing other people's music that has made you feel something over the years, whatever that may be. Music is important. It's good for you, and so pick an instrument that's going to help you do all that. That's going to help you. It's literally like your brush, and your mind is all the paints, everything. You got the picture in your head you're wanting to use. Your guitar is going to be your brush, and the world is your canvas. You paint the picture, and you need a good instrument to do that with. A quality instrument. Doesn't have to be expensive, but just pick something that's both inspires you and that will actually be a decent enough instrument. Things that have decent tuners that last. Nut that's actually made well and flush with the body. Frets that aren't so sharp or pokey that they're going to hurt you. Guitar needs to stay in tune, so maybe not a trim bridge, but this one's not been too bad. It has all the knobs and switching that you want, all the right types of pickups. Do your research on what kind of sounds you want, whether you want humbuckers or single coils and all that sort of thing. But in the end, all that matters is that the instrument inspires you and that you love the instrument, because that will make a big difference. I've always loved this guitar. I look at the sign behind me. I've always loved this instrument. It always inspired me to play, and it has really helped. That helped me so much, and I think that will help other people too. It doesn't have to be a Squier. Doesn't have to be an Epiphone. It doesn't have to be any of that. Whatever you can afford, just get the best version of whatever that is that you can afford, and make sure it's the type of guitar that you actually want and that will actually play the music that you want to play. Because, there's no rules on what you can use with guitar, but there's some things that just work better for certain styles of music than others. Or maybe you just want to experiment, in which case, by all means. And if you're blessed with the ability to buy more expensive things as your first guitar, and you're like, well, I'm not going to shop below $200, well, then you got a whole lot of options. LTD, Schecter, Fender, Gibson, PRS. PRS is a great middle line entry in the SE series. I wouldn't need to call it entry because those are performing guitars. I have one, PRS SE Soap Bar. You can look at those. LTD has several in the $500 price range. Schecter has them. Squier has several, and then of course you can step further up. But whatever you get, just make sure it inspires you. It's quality, and it will stand the test of time, because that will matter. Because it's very nice to come back to this after half my life, 16 years, pick up this instrument that I got 16 Christmases ago, and remember where I was when I started and where I'm at now. So yeah, anyway, that's all I have for you guys. Again, I just want to say Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you. I hope this is a little bit of a help for all of you getting started, looking, parents, grandparents, all of you looking, shopping for loved ones or for yourself this year. Thank you guys all for being here. I do appreciate you all so much. If you like the channel, if you like what I'm doing, if you feel like I've learned, you might consider dropping a like and subscribe, because that does go a long way helping this little guitar channel grow, and I am trying to build a budget guitar community where we help each other. I do have a membership program. It's pretty inexpensive if you're interested. That's there, but it's also, time of year and bills to pay. Money's tight for everybody, so no pressure at all there. If you guys like the way I play, any background music, if there is any on this video, you can always check me out on Instagram and TikTok and X and SoundCloud, because I post original music all over the place, mostly on Instagram, TikTok, but I am on those other platforms as well. And it's all original. It's stuff I write and play and have a good time doing that. And otherwise, I think that's all I've got for you for this week. Yeah. Keep shredding, partners. Be kind to each other. Be kind to animals. I will see you in 2025 with more guitar content. Bye.